put that as a video?
Sure.
Hey gang. This video is a little different because I am using this fancy freaking microphone that I don't know why it's even being used, because I don't know what it's for. It looks ridiculous. Who needs all these wires? I don't know what it's for. Like, my guess is like music production, because Zach does music production, sort of, but I don't know why he needs all this. I think the Blue Yeti works just fine. He told me to just record while he sits there in the background, and I don't know why oh yeah, there he is. He's being weird. He's getting a Lego set that we made.
It's not in the frame.
So since I'm using Zach's equipment and I'm in Zach's room, I thought I would talk a little bit about how we met, which was when we were like 4 years old and we played soccer together. There's actually a picture of us, like, after completing some summer camp kids soccer thing, and we're both like 4 or 5 years old, which is kind of crazy. And then we were never really friends, but we always had mutual friends for all of elementary, middle, high school. And then in high school we started like our friend group, or like a combination of friend groups, started playing this game together, this like social deduction game basically, that's sort of like Mafia but a lot more complicated. It's called Blood on the Clock Tower. This mic keeps falling over. Okay, as you can see, this mic is being held up by a speaker, a pair of headphones.
What the fuck?
So we were playing Blood on the Clock Tower, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. He's drinking soda really, really loudly.
Seltzer.
He says seltzer. I don't know if you can hear that. So we were playing Blood on the Clock Tower together with like a lot of our friends, probably like 10, like there were like 10 of us, him included, and that was like the first time we'd started interacting in years. Basically, we were like sort of friends in middle school. I forgot to mention that. We were like sort of friends in middle school. I have no idea how this mic sounds because the headphones were dead. But anyway, he's watching Insta Reels on his iPad. That's funny. Okay, and this is really funny. So I started sort of getting like a crush on him a little bit, but I like totally repressed my feelings because I thought he was gay, and I thought he was gay up until literally like pretty much almost until I asked him out. Like a week before, he was telling people that he was bi, so I was like, oh dang, okay, I got a chance. And basically the way that I asked him out was I texted in our friend group chat. I like tagged him and I was like, hey Zach, would you date me? Just like as a joke. It was like basically a joke, because in my mind I figured if he was like, yeah, haha, no, that's funny, then like that's what I was expecting, and then it's like, okay, well yeah, now I can get over him. And if he said yes, absolutely, then win for me. And if he said something like what or whatever, then it was like not really a big deal. I could just move on. But so he said, why do you ask? And then I was like, oh my god, like now I don't have an excuse. So I like called him immediately. But so at the time, it was also the night of a play that I was in, a musical that I was in. I was in the Little Mermaid musical for like high school. I played one of Ariel's sisters, but so we were like preparing for that. I was getting like I had to get like my hair done, my makeup done, like getting costume and all And for some reason, that's when I decided to ask this guy if he would go on a date with me or whatever. So, I think he's drawing a picture on his iPad, actually. I'm sorry about the Insta Reels. So I texted him, or no, I called him, and I forget what it was. Either like the connection was really bad, or like someone was talking to me, so I couldn't like tell him what I meant to. So then I texted him like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I meant to ask you genuinely, as in like ask you out genuinely, but I got scared." And then before I could get his reply, I had to get my makeup done. And the thing with my makeup for that show was that it was 90% eye makeup. Like, there was crazy like eyeshadow, eyeliner, like all different colors going on. There were little gemstones. It was lovely. But basically what that meant was that I had to have my eyes closed, could not be using my phone. I was sitting there in like torture for a good 15 minutes while I was getting my makeup done, because I did not know what this man was gonna say to me. And then when I finally got my phone back, I was too scared to check it, so I gave it to my friend and told them to read it. And while they had my phone, I just ran into the bathroom and hid in a stall because I was so scared. And then my friend came into the bathroom and was like, come out, and I was like, no, what did he say? And they're like, do you want me to tell you? And I'm like, no, don't tell me. And they're like, well, no, let me tell you. And I'm like, no, what if it's bad? And they're like, okay, I promise it's not bad. And I'm like, what do you mean is it not bad, but is it good? And they're like, can I just tell you? And anyway, point is, he ended up, he was like, yeah, I liked you too, or whatever. And then our first ever date was he came to the play the next day, and it was really awkward, but then after that it wasn't awkward anymore. And that was how we started dating, and now we've been dating for 9 months, 10 months, 9.5 months, 10.5 months. I don't know. I should know. Zach, have I been dating for 9.5 or 10.5? 9? Okay, 9.5 months. So that's pretty good. That's yeah, definitely, it's definitely my longest relationship. And I mean, I really only date him for his cats, which he doesn't know. But someday when the cats are gone, Did you do a drawing? He did a drawing on his iPad. Look, it's a cat, and it's a giant cat in the living room. What the? I think he was proud of that. What's funny is he's actually like really good at drawing. He just never draws. Like, he draws fantasy maps just randomly. That's like a random skill he has, and they're like actually incredible. Like, he does like water for them, because like, you know, oceans or rivers or whatever, and they're like so good to the point where when I was drawing a lake for a drawing I was doing for my class, I had to ask him like, how would you do this? Because he's like so much better at that than me. I like can't even imagine I can't imagine drawing a lake. I can imagine drawing a lake, but the way he does it looks so nice. And also what he'll do is he'll send me like a really detailed drawing, and I think it's like paper like that big, but he did it in like a square like 4 inches. It's kind of insane. So he's a lovely drawer. What the heck? Drawer. But yeah, he's pretty cool, I guess. He goes to music school, and he plays a lot of instruments. I feel weird telling you guys this when he is like 2 feet away from me and I could just say all the instruments he plays, but he can play like all the string instruments basically. So violin, viola, cello, viola da gamba. Don't ask me why. He rented a viola da gamba. They're basically these, like, not me mansplaining the viola da gamba. They're these like really old instruments that they used to use for like old songs and stuff. And his viola da gamba that he rented, it like broke completely. The back is like cracked and the bow, like the hairs all came loose. And that's too bad, and I feel sorry for him because he loved that instrument. He can play guitar like a million different styles, like classical guitar, blues, jazz, rock, all that. Bass guitar as well. He can play the piano and I guess the reed organ.
Can you play anything else?
He can play the mandolin. He can play the mandola, which is an alto version of the violin. He probably...
A toy piano is not a real instrument.
What do we like to do together? We like to go on walks, except we haven't gone on a walk in months because it's freezing cold out, and I want to go on a walk so bad because I literally don't get cold and he gets cold like no matter what. So we're kind of opposites in terms of facing the temperature. This freaking, like, it covers my entire face. I'm not visible. Anyway, we like to drink tea and go to like little cafes, and that's it. We don't do anything else. That's all we've done for the last 9.5 months is go on walks and drink tea. I'm just kidding. I just can't think of anything else. But there is other stuff. And trust we're very healthy and happy, and we don't beat each other. My voice is like giving out because I already recorded an ASMR video today. So
He did another drawing.
look, he drew I don't know what it is. It's like a creature with a yellow flower on its head. It's not a cat because it only has one ear. But it's beautiful. And I love it.
Is it for me?
He says it's for me. So, anyway, I am going to say goodbye now. He says goodbye. Anyway, yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Have a lovely sleep.